welcome to my channel Currency Information. I hope you all are well. Let's start the video. American moves. 3 scenarios for an undeclared goal and a known goal. American moves. 3 scenarios for an undeclared goal and a known goal. Information special. For nearly 10 days, fear and panic have invaded the hearts of Iraqis from a danger that does not seem new to them, and to which they have become accustomed during the previous years, causing them wounds that may never heal, and they hope to get rid of it, but it always returned in a new form. America, which repeatedly fought the Iraqi people and did not leave them alone for many years, to scatter the papers of a people who touched security for the first time in 20 years, and reminded them of its black days and the raids of its military convoys and soldiers who knew no mercy. Washington is conducting a series of movements of its forces inside Iraqi territory, and moving its equipment from one province to another, in a state of anticipation for what is to come. There is no smoke without fire. Structural changes. There are many reasons that may push America to make such moves inside the Iraqi provinces, especially since these changes took place immediately after the visit of an Iraqi security delegation headed by the Ministry of Defense to Washington. A member of the Parliamentary Security and Defense Committee, Ali al-Bandawi, said in an interview with Al-Maloma Agency, the Security Committee hosted several days ago the Minister of Defense, Thabet al-Abbasi, where the meeting discussed a number of important issues, including the visit of the Iraqi security delegation headed by him to Washington. He added, all of the questions posed by the members of the Security Committee centered on the goals of the visit to Washington, and the discussions also regarding the movements that the U.S. forces are making inside Iraqi territory, especially in the western and northern provinces. A member of the Parliamentary Security Committee explains, these moves that Washington is making within the provinces are under the direction of the U.S. Department of Defense, which has a plan to redeploy and replace some U.S. military units with others. Al-Bandawi explains, the main reason behind these moves is to make structural changes to the U.S. forces present in Iraq, targeting the resistance, the presence of the American forces, whose combat targets have always been called ally, a well-known, and the military operation is equipped to target a specific party. In turn, Al-Raft Center for Strategic Studies considered that the American moves inside Iraqi territory are suspicious, while stressing that Washington's main goal is to cut off the Iraqi-Syrian border. And the director of the Al-Raft Center, Abbas al-Jubairi, stated in an interview with Al-Maloma Agency, the movements that the American forces are making inside Iraq are undoubtedly suspicious, which were preceded by talks from the American ambassador to Baghdad, Elena Romansky, and the American president, Joe Biden, which is supposed to be taken into account. He points out, Washington has a primary goal of severing the borders between Syria and Iraq, and the evidence for that is the move taken by the Syrian government, which moved one of its important military brigades headed by al-Assad's brother to the Deir ez-Zor region, adjacent to the Iraqi borders in terms of Anbar Governorate. And he shows, the American moves aim to control the axis of resistance in Syria and Lebanon and to cut off all supplies from the Lebanese Hezbollah brigades. The director of the Al-Raft Center for Studies explains, America withdrew all its forces from Syria, leaving only the Al-Tanf base, which has a close connection with the Iraqi border, passing through the Hauran Valley, and then the Al-Hol camp, which contains the families of the terrorist ISIS. Al-Jubairi points out, the American forces struck the Iraqi-Syrian border many times, and led to the martyrdom of many of our soldiers affiliated with the security forces. including the Popular Mobilization Forces and the Border Forces. The movements of the American forces inside Iraqi territory have caused panic among Iraqi society. For fear of conducting military operations or carrying out hidden plots, which requires a government clarification that resolves the controversy of this issue. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel.